Hey everybody, Mr. Regan here, and up to this point we have done some exploring of different shared structures. We've looked at how the shared structures of some species can be similar to one another and how they can be different. And in the last task, we looked at how those differences helped us figure out why their structure might be an adaptive trait and how the environment and how the organism lives can help explain the shape, the size, and all of the different structures of the actual limb itself. And for this next task, we're going to be looking to do that same thing. We're going to be looking to explore and practice those same skills, but we're going to be doing that within the simulator. And when we dive into the simulator, we're going to be comparing different species within the simulator and making observations similar to how a paleontologist does to begin exploring and thinking about why some similar traits of these new species might have these differences and how the environment can help explain those differences. So let's take a look at what we're doing. We're going to be diving into our Amplify page and following the instructions, and we're going to be looking to compare these species that we save here, the Cuchicitas and the saber-toothed tiger, and looking to see if their environment and how they live can help explain some of the similarities and differences within their structures. So when we get into the Amplify page, you're going to start by finding the analysis or the analyzing differences in shared structures, and then we are going to be following the instructions here in order to answer this question, and this question. So it starts off by having us open the sim, and we're going to be looking at completing the mammal mode, and we're going to be looking for the two organisms we talked about, the Cuchicitas and the saber-toothed tiger, and then we're going to be using the text descriptions as well as the images to help us answer the questions. So let's take a look at how we do that. When we get into the sim, we first need to go to the mammal section here, and after loading, you're going to see that the right-hand side has all of our different mammals loaded up for us. When I scroll to the bottom, you'll see the Cuchicitas here, and you'll see the saber-toothed tiger here. And when we click on both of them, and we click the study button, we're able to compare these two species side by side and see their similarities and differences, whether it's what they look like in the exhibit, their overall appearance in real life, or their structures. Now, when we look at these, you'll notice that the evidence and the information about the two at the bottom stayed the same, but their image and their overall bone structures changed based on what tab you clicked on. So we're going to take a look back here. And when we look at the questions here, we're going to be using our two images here to help us start by answering the first question, then the second, then the third. And we're going to be focusing on making some different observations about the differences in their shared structure. We're going to be finding structures that are very different between the two species. And then we're going to be using the evidence in the text to begin explaining how the environment maybe explains why these bone structures are different. Okay. So once you've collected your evidence, once you've answered the questions in detail, comparing the two species one to the other, we'd click the purple hand in button. So back here on the survey, we're going to be looking to answer our survey question. Do we feel like we understand how to compare the different species and then how to make detailed observations like a paleontologist? If you put your X in yellow or red, come see me. Otherwise, good luck.